Can you just can you show your presence? Can you show your presence and confirm that you are hearing me? Can you confirm that you are hearing me? Oh, sorry. Chat box was closed. Sorry. Okay, now can you say something? The chat box was closed. Sorry for that. The chat box was closed. Can you say something? Are you hearing me? Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, so okay, continuing from where we left, we're now talking about EMA crosses. EMA crosses as the best method of counting levels. As the best method of counting levels. So for EMA crosses, we say that firstly, the peak is confirmed by the 1350 EMA crossover. Then by the same crossover of the 13 and the 50, the level 1 is also confirmed by the 13 and 50 EMA crossover. Then the level 2, going on to the level 2, for level 2, uh, the it is confirmed by the 50, 200, 50, 50 and the 200 crossover. Then for the 300, there are three ways. There are three ways. Firstly, there is the 50 and the 800 crossover. And the second way, there is the 200 and the 800 crossover. And the third one, the EMAs will be found out. That's the one that I was referring to as at that time, at that point at level 3, the EMAs would be acting sort of like magnets repelling each other, like magnets of the like poles, repulsion. There would be sort of like repulsion of the EMAs, sort of like each EMA will be diverging from the other. That's what we mean by fanned out, and that's experienced at level 3 only. So for the chart in the screen right now, we can see that our peak was confirmed by the 1350 crossover. That's indicated right here with the that's the one indicated by the green circle here. That's the 13 and 50 crossover. Then in level 1, then level 1 was formed. This 13 and 50 crossover also indicates the level 1, also shows the level 1. It shows the formation of the level 1. So price went on into level 2. How do you see that? We have this 50 and 800 crossover. This is on the H1 time frame. So we saw that this is level 2. This right here. We saw that this right here is level 2 because of this crossover here, indicated here by the green, indicated by the green, indicated by the green circle here. That's the 5200 crossover. Uh, Price then went on into level 3. How do we see that we're in level 3? The diverging, the fanning out of EMAs that we're referring to in the description. In the description for the of the description of the method. As you can see, there is increasing in spaces between the EMAs. That's the fanning out. That's how we see the that that's how we see that we're in level 3. Say that this fanning out of EMAs, or there is actually 50 there's actually a 50 and 800 crossover, or there is a 200 and 800 crossover. That's how we count levels with EMAs. So moving on to this one, we see that this is the level 3. How do you confirm? There is peak lock. This is level 3. This is the peak right here. The peak and level 3 from the previous cycle. How do you confirm that? There is the 13 and 50 crossover here, indicated by the yellow. Indicated by the indicated by the green circle there. Then that that does not only show us that the peak was locked, it also show us that we are currently in level 1. We can see that by this forming. You can see that by this forming right here. You see that by this forming. Then price then went on into level 2. How do you see that this is level 2? We have 50, 200 crossover there, indicated by the green circle. Level 3 price then went on into level 3. How do you see that this is level 3? The fanning out of indicators, also indicated by this big green, green circle oval. It's not oval, it's no longer a circle. There is the fanning out of the EMAs. There is the fanning out. EMAs don't just go on to fan out, but there's something that was not indicated. I hope you are seeing it too. This right here, like we said before, like we had said, that this this is the 200 and 800 crossover, and this occurs level 3. This is also a confirmation that this is level 3. So there's fanning out of EMAs and there's this crossover, showing us that we're in level 3. Then the peak was formed. Peak was formed here. Peak was formed here. How do you see that the peak was formed? The peak was locked here. The peak was locked. The peak was locked. There was peak lock shown by the 1350 crossover there. That shows us the peak, that the peak was locked. And it shows that you are now in the level 1 here. Shows that you're now in the level 1. Moving on, the reset, like I said, I mentioned it, but didn't talk more about it. But then I mentioned it. Then I mentioned it again. A reset is a peak formation. It is just a peak that is reappearing, that is reforming. That's a reset. So it resembles the qualities of a peak. So also a reset is, so that means also a reset is confirmed by the 13 and 50 crossover, and that same crossover indicates level 1. As you can see in the chart, moving on to level 2. How do we see that that's level 2? How do you see that that's level 2? Crossover. The 200, the 50 and 200 crossover. Then price went on into level 3. How do you see that this is level 3? The fanning out of EMAs right there. That's how we see that price is in level 3. Then price went on to form a peak. The peak was confirmed. How do you see that the peak was confirmed? The 18 to 50 cross, and which thereby confirms that we're in level 1. So we're in level 1 until level 2 occurs. How do you see that now we're in level 2? The 50, 200 crossover there. The 50, after the 50 and 200 cross, we're in level 2, right? Price then went on into level 3. How do you confirm that we're in level 3? Firstly, we have this beautiful crossover here. This beautiful crossover there. That's the 800. That's the 850 cross. It indicates that we're in level 3. We mentioned. Then there's this crossover here. We did mention this one. This one is the 800 and 200 crossover. We did mention it. And it should be noted down. Then this one, this represents the fanning out of EMAs. For we are in level 3. Then price then went on to form a peak. We then wait for the peak to be locked or confirmed by the 13 and 50 crossover. Once that's in place, we know that now we're in level 1. Then once we're in level 1, we're now waiting for the 250 cross to show us that we're now in level 2. Once we're in level 2, we're waiting for level 3. So it just goes on and on and on and on. It's just really that simple, guys. It is that simple. It's literally as simple as it is. We just go on and on doing the same thing. Just go on and on and on doing the same thing. Just go on and on and on doing the same thing. Sorry. Level 1 peak formation log. Level 1, the 1350 cross. It's indicated by this, and the level 1 is indicated by and the level 1 is indicated by that rectangle there. Level 2, level 2 is we see that in level 2 by the 50 and the 200 cross there. That shows us that we're in level 2. Price then went on to fan out, forming the level 3. Let's continue. The peak was formed. There was peak formation low. The peak formation low was formed. How do you see that the peak formation low was formed, and then thereby it was locked? We see that by the 13 and 50 crossover. It's simple, guys. Simple. Level 2, 50 and 200 crossover. You can check. You can check. This speaks for itself. This speaks for itself. The crosses speak for itself. Then a peak was formed here. The peak later on went on to be confirmed here. Level 2, thereby forming level 1. Level 2 went on to be confirmed here. That's what happened. That's how it went. That's how it went. So that's all about the EMA crossovers as a method on counting levels. That's all, and it's really important and crucial that you take particular note of it and you understand it and you use it. All four methods. No, do not use one method on its own to count levels, but then use all four of them at the same time to count levels. To confirm your levels, use all four methods. So, due to research and the like, there happen to be extra methods of counting levels, and this I called them 5 and 6. We talked about four major methods of counting levels. Then there are extra two that I discovered. The first one, the fifth one, I mean, is using lower lows and higher highs. That's using swing lows and swing highs to count levels. It do work. It do work. It works. Let me show you. CBA. As you can see right here, price formed its own peak here. Then it started moving down, started tanking down. I don't know which particular pair this is. I don't know this particular pair. So price gave a swing low, gave the first swing low, the first lower low, then went on to give a higher high, and that's our first level. That's our first level. That's our first level right there. Okay. This is our first level. This is our first level shown by the swing low, and that's the lower low and the high high. Then going on, price then went on to form a swing low 2 that's went on to form a lower low and a higher high. No, yes, and a higher low, and a higher low, sorry, giving us a level 2. Then price went on to form another, that's the last one, the last swing low 3, and that was our level 3. The price went on to form a lower low and a higher low. Right there, giving us 3 perfect levels. And price just fell from the level 3 into the peak formation low. How do we see that peak formation low? There would be 1350 crossover there. So that's what's up. That's the that's the other way of counting levels using swing lows. That's the low method. That's the, as you can see right here, the low of the last week, high of the last week. Went on to Monday, level 1, giving us a lower low, a higher low, lower low, higher low, lower low, higher low. the sixth method. The sixth method. Are you still hearing me? Did I disable the chat box? Are you still hearing me? The sixth method being the final and the last one. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Who are the other ones? The other ones, are you still hearing me? I only got feedback from two. Okay. Just verify it's back. Okay. And the other ones, are you hearing me? I see that these guys are paying attention. How about the others? Okay, moving on. Moving on to the sixth method of counting levels. The sixth method and the sixth and the final, and that is using stop hands. That means A's, V's, M's, W's, but usually for stop hands, we don't usually get M's and W's. We usually get A's and V's. That's what we usually get for stop hands. So what do we see here? This usually just shapes out the market maker structure of the MAAW and the WVVM, meaning for MAAW meaning downtrend and for WVVM meaning uptrend. That's the difference. And those are the those are the market maker strategy, market structure patterns. So we can also use that as a method of counting levels, and actually that's the sixth and the final method of counting levels. So let's get on with it. So we use stop hands to count levels, the M being the peak and the A being the first level, the second level being the other A, and the third level, and the W being the third level. Let me show you. This is the peak and the previous level 3 from the previous weekly cycle. This is the level 1. That's level 2 here. This is level 3, and this is the peak. How do we know that it is a peak? Using our EMA strategy. No. There is the what? There's the what right here. 1350 crossover. Price then went on to get into level 2, guys. We're getting in deeper and deeper into the strategy, into the BTMM strategy. And I can tell you that next week you won't be the same traders. I am sure. Then for M, for this peak, you can see that it was logged by this crossover here. How do you see that in level 2? You have the crossover here. How do you see that in level level 1, intraday level 1, intraday level 2, level 3. Then this intraday is a reset intraday. But then on a higher time frame perspective, it's actually 3 levels. It's actually level 1, level 2. This level 1 encompasses the intraday here, and this level encompasses the intraday here. This level encompasses the intraday here. So that's what's up. So the same thing, this is the same thing, same thing. WVVM M, as you can see here. Let me draw this. M A. As you can see, there's an A here, and A again. There's an A there, and there's a W here. There's a W there. There's a W here. V V M. After the M was found, the A W. That's what is up. That one is up. So let's just go on. It's just the same thing, guys, over and over again. We're just repeating ourselves. I'm sure at the once we finish this videos, you guys, you're going to be doing wonders. Wonders. This video is coming to an end now. Let me just finish. We have a W here. We have a W that's formed here. And the normal V M. The normal V and M. V and M there. Then there's the M, A1, A2, then A3, level 3, then the peak formation low, W here, W pattern. From there, accumulation, this level 1 is getting back into level 1 here, A, level 1, level 2, level 3, 3 high. Trend acceleration to the downside, peak formation low, here, giving us a W formation. Let's move on. So this is the overview of on counting levels. Let me maximize it. Let me maximize it. So as you can see, for level 1, we have the 13. The 1350 crosses level 2, 5200 level 3, with the 800, 200, and the standing out of the enemies and all that. We have divergent coming into play with the ADR counting levels using the ADR right there. Counting levels using the stack, the Asian box stacking right there, right there, right there. Just same things, guys. The thing that we're talking about the past 3 videos, the same things that we're talking about in the past 3 videos, just being combined all in all to formulate one thing. This is what you're supposed to be doing. These are the confirmations that you're supposed to be looking for. So let's count them from the first one. The first one being the 2.5 to 5 days of rise or drop. The second one, Asian box taking. The third one, second one, ADR, counting levels using the ADR. The third one, Asian box taking. The fourth one, EMA crosses. The fifth one is swing lows, using swing lows, lower lows and higher lows, and the opposite. Then the sixth one being the stop ones, using the stop ones in the BTMM market structure patterns, the MAAW and the WVVM. So for level one, the setups that we take from level one, we have safety trade. We talk about that on a particular video on its own. We have the H150 bounce. We talk about that. Those two are the H1 setups that we look for. Those are the setups that we look for on H1. Then on H2 on level one, sorry. Then on level two, we are looking for M or W off the male. M or W off the male. Or hold the male. Those are the two trades that we are looking for on level two. Then we're on level three setups. We're looking for 12 for 1-2 trade, the 2-1 trade, the 2-2 trades, multiple day structures. The 1-2 trade is just the second leg of the second leg. The 2-1 trade is just the test to a peak formation to a M, and the 2-2 trade just a double M or a double W. That's the 2-2 trade. Say W to a W. That's the 2-2 trade. Those are the three trades that you're looking for. That you are looking to take in level three. So with this, I thank you all for joining. See you again next time. It's been a beautiful ride with you guys on this topic about levels. Finally, we have closed it and we have finished it. So all the videos will be uploaded to the YouTube channel. You'll find them there. So this is the last 3 minutes goes to questions. Thank you. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Questions. You could ask anything pertaining the strategy, the BTMM, DTMM. You could ask anything pertaining to the levels. You would ask anything. Anything, guys. Anything you want to say. We have 2 minutes remaining. We have 2 minutes. Are we doing entries? Yes, we'll talk about entries in the later chapter. We did, or entries next week, or as in like live sessions. Are those the ones that you're asking? Live trading sessions. Well, I tried to make one using YouTube today, but then it failed. So I guess we just have to stick to Zoom, to using Zoom for live trading sessions. Yes, I'm also looking forward to making the next videos too. So just stay tuned. Just stay tuned in the channels. Every day we roll like this. Every day. Or like confirmation to enter trade. You mean lectures on entry points. We did do one. You check our YouTube channel for the second video number 2 on the DTMM strategy. It was about trade setups and trade signals. The type of alerts that should alert us to enter trade. We did talk about those, but then we'll talk. Yes, I think you missed it, but then it's there on YouTube. You should check it out. The links I posted them in the Telegram channels, but then we'll talk about it more in depth in the later videos. So just stay tuned. Be blessed. Peace.